Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at some of the basic combos done by Sett. Let's get right into it. So there are sort of three components to Sett's combos, and they're not even necessarily combos. One of them's kind of a combo. The first one is an auto attack reset with Q. The second one is guaranteeing your W, Haymaker. And the third one is a combo where you chase someone down. So let's get right into it. Alright, so the first thing isn't really a combo, it's more of a concept, but it's something really important that you need to definitely learn on any champion that can do it. It's essentially where you're going to auto, and then you're going to use Q right after your auto completes to go right in the next auto. It kind of buffs your attack speed. It might be the easiest way to explain it. Essentially, you know, when you auto, you have an animation type. It's like left, right. Well, for Sett, left, right, left jab, right hook, jab, hook. Let's say if like in normal speed, it would take you about 2 seconds. So it'd be like, you know, left, right, left, right. That's sort of like normal looking. But what you can do is you can use Q right after your auto attack's finished to go a little bit faster, to condense on how much time it takes to complete the output. And it looks like this. You would go auto, auto, Q, Q, Q second auto. Sort of a basic concept, but you know, if you don't know it, that's something you should practice. You should use it on basically everything you can. Alright, so for the second combo, which is in fact a true combo, is it guarantees your W. So what you do is whenever you grab someone with E, whenever you use Facebreaker on someone to pull them in front of you, when you W them, if you EW in quick succession, the opponent cannot get out of the center portion of your Haymaker, so you will deal true damage every single time. Like that. So essentially, it's just EW. You have to turn cooldown off. That's how it would look. And you do this, it's best utilized when you have grit built up, right? So there's every ability is used situationally. This League of Legends is a situational game. But as far as when is the best time to utilize this specific combo of EW, it is optimally when you have a good amount of grit built, where you will benefit a lot by putting out that high burst damage from Haymaker. The problem with using Haymaker when you haven't absorbed a lot of damage is that it has a fairly long cooldown. So if you open with this, right? So if the opponent, I'm just gonna drag this out a little bit. So if you're running up, this is like a Darius or something, and the first thing you do is you walk up and EW. Well, now you have two long cooldown abilities, and you don't have the safety net of that shield you get from using Haymaker with grit built up, which means that Darius can now just all in you, right? He can just go all in on you. He can just beat you down, and you won't have your W in time to turn that around. So opening with Haymaker and not using it to absorb any kind of damage is a pretty risky strat. So I recommend only using it when you have grit built up. Alright, so we've moved venues to the top lane for visual purposes. So we're going to pretend that these three are minions, like your standard wave, and here's your opponent back over here. So this third one is in fact a true combo. This is what you would use if you wanted to put a lot of damage down into your lane opponent and you're sitting in lane and you want to put some damage down. The reason this guy is so far back here, the champion, is because as you play this out, as you walk up to them, they're likely to kind of walk back a little bit. So we're assuming that you hit about here. Okay, so this involves utilizing two main components. First is the fact that you get a movement speed buff from your Q when you use it to run towards an enemy, right? So you're running towards them, you get a movement speed buff. That's the first part of it. The second part of it is that when you E something on both sides, so if you hit something on both sides, it'll stun everything hit. So the target behind me will get stunned, the target in front of me will get stunned. And you're going to use this to stun the enemy champion off of one of their minions. Very easy to do with like their ranged minions, for example. And then you're going to use Haymaker as needed. That's how it's done, depending on how the play plays out. So what you do is you run up with this, you E, and then you auto. That is the opening of the combo. Right, from there, it all depends on how strong you are, how strong they are. You want to use this to get a good amount of pressure down. There's sort of there's a couple things that can happen here. One is they retaliate, because a lot of top laners don't like to take free damage. They want to retaliate the damage. So what's likely to happen is that you're going to run up, you're going to E, you're going to auto. And right here, they're going to start doing something to you. So you're going to get a couple more autos in, and you're going to eat damage. And what you want to do is you want to end with W. And then the trade ends. Both you have cooldowns, they have cooldowns, and trade ends. That is the most commonly used combo you will find in lane to have. All right, so for the next one, we're going to kind of build off of combo 3. Even though I guess number 1 wasn't really a combo, but a concept. And we're going to use the same, running up to them, using E to stun off of a minion, but now we're going to incorporate ult into it. And it's really simple. You just toss an ult at the end of it before W. Or to guarantee the W. That's the best way to do it. So what you would do is you run up, you E, you auto, you ult, auto, and then you W behind you. Well, you're most likely going to W behind you. The reason you do that is because after you put down this incredible amount of damage, they're likely to be running back towards their tower. So you're probably going to end up doubling towards their tower where they are currently. Use that one when they're at 50% HP, or honestly, even if you're trying to get complete lane dominance, it's okay to blow your ult in lane if you feel like you're not going to get a chance later on to use it, because there's no mana champion. You should abuse abilities when you can. Alright, so next one is not really a combo, it's just more of a way Sett W works with Flash, is you can buffer cooldowns. You can buffer W as you flash, like this. You should practice with this, it's really good. A lot of times you're going to get champions down to very low HP. And what you want to practice is trying to reposition yourself so that your W center line hits them, right? So, like, let's say you're running over here. Oh, see, didn't even get that time. You have to learn Flash's distance really well too. But the idea is that as they're running, they're using a mobility ability to jump over here, right? So they're standing right here, and then say they flash over here. Matching flash for flash is one of the key components of Sett's W to learn. Is so like when you W, right, your fingers should kind of be over the flash key in lane. This is like an early game kind of concept for the most part. And you get them low, you're both kind of low, you throw your W down, and you're ready for them to flash, right? You're expecting that, okay, they have to flash so they die. So if you have your flash ready, you can immediately follow their flash with your flash. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I just wanted to cover some really high level basic Sett combos. Nothing crazy, nothing super intricate. Sett's a really straightforward champion, which I think makes him fantastic for people to pick up. He's really easy to learn, he's really easy to master, and his damage is just super, super high. Just make sure to like and subscribe if you like the video, and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of content. Leave comments down below about more kinds of videos you want to see. A lot of the stuff I'm trying to put out is relevant to what you guys want to see and are asking for, so make sure to keep letting me know what you guys want to see. Later, dudes.